The North Fayette Valley boys are back at state for the second consecutive year, and Bryn has qualified on the girls' side. And here to preview the state meet is North Fayette Valley coach Neal Bentley. And Coach, program went 34 years without a state appearance. Now you're back at 2 years in a row on the boys' side. Has to be a pretty good feeling that things are moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you know what, Darren? It's been really neat. It's been a lot of fun. As we were talking about earlier, this group of kids has been just a fantastic group to coach. And the boys earned it. They've been working hard. They've been putting in a lot of summer miles, and that makes a huge difference in every program.
And Bryn on the girls' side back for the third consecutive year. That's no small feat, is it?
No, she actually missed last year, but as a freshman and sophomore, she qualified and then came back again her senior year. And, she came back a real motivated runner this year. And I think it was a little bit of disappointment from last year, and that fed the fuel for her, or fueled the fire for this season. And in addition, she had a great couple teammates who really pushed her as well this season. So I think that's made a big difference for Bryn's running this year.
Seems like you're really selling, and the kids are buying into that team concept of cross country. And sometimes that's a hard thing to do, but your kids seem to be buying that.
I would agree. I don't know if I've ever had a tighter team, just camaraderie wise. If I ask them, hey, you need some people to volunteer to be bunnies in racing today, I'll have a bunch of kids step forward and say, hey, coach, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to be a sprinter today to help push the pack forward. Really anything that my coaches and I have asked for, this team has stepped up to the challenge. It has been a delight to coach.
And when you look at the area you get to run cross country in, I know on the Upper Iowa Conference meet, you and Southwind had a great battle to eventually give you guys the boys' state title. And with the competition you see on a meet in and meet out basis, how does that get you ready for a state meet?
I think there's a couple things that are really help us out in that regard. And the first of all, I agree. Let's recognize that in Northeast Iowa, we generally have good, strong teams to race against at every meet. We're never for want of a good competitor to push against. And then additionally, I'm a big proponent that the hills make a huge difference for us as far as training. We're used to it. So it's not scary for our kids if they come up against a hill, because for them, it's like, yep, we got this. In fact, they'll tell you they're delighted when they get to run a flat course, because it just seems easy for them.
And you mentioned your kids put in a lot of miles and put in a lot of time in the off season. Let's face it, there wasn't a guarantee that there was going to be a cross country season this year, but your kids did that anyway. What does that say about them?
Darren, my coaches and I, in fact, were just reflecting today. We did not think that there would be a full season. We really came into the season thinking, oh man, let's see how far this goes. So that was one of the things we talked about, particularly early in the season, was, hey, every day we get to practice, every race we get to put in, that's our last one, because we can't depend knowing that there's one in the future. And you're right. To get motivated to get out and race this summer on their own, practicing with each other or coordinating with teammates to get their own run in, that says a lot about the character of our team, willing to put in that time, those miles unsupervised out in the summer. That is huge. And that's any coach will tell you, that's where a season is made, is in the summer miles.
And obviously it's going to be a different state meet this year with the two-day event and one class at a time, as compared to all four classes running pretty much at the same time. Does that make any difference to your kids, or is a state meet still a state meet?
It'll be a little bit different. I don't know quite what to expect. I think it's going to be quieter. I think we're going to see a lot fewer people. The change to the early morning is, I don't know. I'm not sure what to think there. It could be a little bit, it's just going to be different, Darren. I don't even know what to tell you. It's going to be different. Let's see what happens. A state meet is still a state meet. So the excitement is there.
And what's it going to take for your kids to have their best possible day come Saturday?
Well, the first thing we're going to say is hopefully everyone stays healthy and does not come into contact with anyone who has been ill. Good night's rest the first couple nights there. So Thursday night, Friday night, good solid night's sleep is good. Stay hydrated, and just be mentally focused. Then whether depending on when you get into town, I think it's a big thing. The mental focus is huge at this stage of the game.
All right, Coach, congratulations on having a great season to this point, and hopefully it ends with your best possible day come Saturday. We wish you best of luck.
Terrific. Thanks, Darren. I appreciate it.
Neal Bentley is the head coach of the North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks. Bryn qualifies on the girls' side. The boys are back for the second year in a row.